A very good morning to you and welcome to AFCB TV. Ahead of today's friendly match between Paris Saint-Germain and AFC Bournemouth development squad. What an occasion for the young Cherries who travelled out to Paris yesterday for one end of season friendly against the best in Europe. As we get underway at Campus PSG. Let me run you through the teams this afternoon then. There are 3 changes for Alan Connell's side. From the team that was knocked out of the Professional Development League playoffs on Monday away at Huddersfield, they bring Archie Harris, Noah Bouton and Charlie Stevens into the starting 11 this afternoon. As there's a header away from Tonks, it right back for the Cherries. And Stevens with an early touch forward, looking for Rhys Dotton. Falls into the path of Mungwengwe. Early shot and it's snuck in at the bottom post. Mac Allen diving away to his left-hand side, unable to keep it out. And Paris Saint-Germain strike first in the opening minute of the game. Pierre Mungwengwe with the goal for the home side. Quite a week for Pierre Mungwengwe. Made his debut off the bench in PSG's 2-2 draw with Bournemouth's sister side, FC Lorient, in the week. And he follows that up with an early goal against the Cherries. Bournemouth knew they were going to be in for a tough afternoon out in Paris. And that's an electric start from PSG. The Bournemouth side for you then, Mac Allen in goal. Finn Tonks, Archie Harris, Harold William and Noah Bouton are the back 4 from right to left. In front of the defence, Zach Christie alongside Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez, continuing their partnership in the middle of Bournemouth's midfield. Charlie Stevens will play just ahead of them in the number 10 role. Kobe Moto down the right-hand side in the number 11 shirt, who you can see there. Remy Rhys Dotton will play down the left wing, and Johnny Day. 15 goals for Johnny Day in the Professional Development League this season. There he is on the ball. He will lead Bournemouth's line in the number 9 shirt this afternoon. Cherries bench, Amir Ali, Ethan Sills, Max Kinsey, Ashley Clark, Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, Alfie Merritt, George Chubanidze and Kai Crampton is the substitute goalkeeper for Bournemouth this afternoon. The PSG side for you then, they have Arthur Vino in goal. At right back, Abdou Fame Drame, the Spanish fullback. Alongside him at centre-back, Mateus Lavente, Emmanuel Mbemba and Thomas Cordia make up the back 4. Here's Stevens for the Cherries, trying to find Rhys Dotton. Cut off by PSG. And Chai Talamio down the left-hand side. Midfield 3 for PSG of Yanis Kafi, Mohamed Amin Al-Drissi and Ryan Abdu Al-Ney. Adam Iyare will play down the right, Zion Chai Talamio down the left and Pierre Mungwengwe through the middle. The goal scorer for PSG this afternoon is Christie for the Cherries. Trying to dink one over the top. Drops into Rhys Dotton, nearly ricochets into the path of Charlie Stevens. Tonks has it now. Back to Allen in goal for Bournemouth. Pressed immediately by the goal scorer Mungwengwe. Flicked on by Harold William. Out of play for a throw into the home side. Shot of Alan Connell there down on the touchline. I said it will be the ultimate test for his players today against an elite European side. And for him personally, described it as a privilege to lead the players and the club against the European champions. PSG in the middle of the park through Al-Ney. Get out to the right-hand side. Kafi now. Here's Ayari. No ball in, dealt with by Mac Allen at the front post. Already gone out of play though. Corner to PSG. If you're just joining us here on AFCB TV, great to have you with us. Today's coverage brought to you in association with ESET. You've missed an early goal. PSG taking the lead in the opening minute, barely 30 seconds on the clock, when Pierre Mongwenge fired past Mac Allen to put the home side 1-0 up. More defending for the Cherries to do here. Whipped in dangerously and a header just wide. Bit of fizz on that corner in from the left. And again, it's Mongwenge causing the problems. Couldn't keep his header on target. Looks like there's been an important block in there on the way through. So another corner for Bournemouth to deal with. Adam Ayari will come across from right wing to whip this one in and under the crossbar. Caffey now for PSG. Out to Ayari, he's just stayed out on that left wing. Abu El Ney. Chai Telemio, tricky customer. Moto watching him closely. Come off of Finn Tonks last. So it will be a corner again to PSG. Today's match being played at Campus PSG, about 15 miles outside the centre of Paris. It was opened back in November 2024, so just a couple of years old. Another dangerous corner in. Bournemouth deal with it at the back post. Here's Fane Drame. Archie Harris there across to defend for the Cherries. Archie Harris coming into the side at centre-back. Can play at full-back where he's played the season on loan at National League side Eastleigh. He's just returned to the Bournemouth setup after a really successful loan spell. Here's Harold William for the Cherries. One back well, and he looks for the early ball into the path of Johnny Day. Caffey will go back to Vinal, the goalkeeper. Too much on that. That's going to go all the way through to Mac Allen. Continuing his recovery and comeback from injury this season. He's had a frustrating campaign, Mac Allen. Went out on loan in the early part of the season into the Southern League to play for Plymouth Parkway. Now finds himself up against Paris Saint-Germain in France. Ended up returning from his loan at PSG, Mac Allen, due to a muscle injury. And then fractured his thumb as well, which required surgery. Here's Cordia at left back for PSG. 1-2 with Telemio. And Vino again, the goalkeeper. Yanis Caffey. PSG set up like their senior side in a 4-3-3 formation. There's Telemio, loose touch, given away to Moto. From Pompey, an Arsenal youngster, fouled. Tonks early into the feet of Stevens. Stevens back in the starting 11 for Alan Connell this afternoon. A really good game off the bench in the closing stages of Bournemouth's playoff defeat on Monday away at Huddersfield. V now goes low to the right is El-Drissi. Low into the path of Kafi. Good recovery from Noah Bouton. What a day it is for Noah Bouton. Born in Paris, captaining Bournemouth now against PSG in his home city. Given the captain's armband by Alan Connell. Special moment, I'm sure, for him ahead of the game. There are 17 pitches, that's right, just the 17 pitches at Campus PSG. This game today being played on the main one, so behind the camera shot there is a main stand which houses just over 1,000 supporters, home of PSG women. Harris to Matt Allen. Here is Bouton. Allen in a scramble to keep that in. Hasn't managed to. Corner to PSG. Their fourth of the game so far. They lead by Pierre Mongwenge's goal in the opening minute of this game. Firing in low past Allen. Taken short to Kafi. Moto wants a foul and gets a foul on the edge of his own box. William signed a new long-term contract last week, did Harold William. Very impressive this season for the development squad and rewarded for those good performances. Charlie Stevens dispossessed. El-Drissi with the shot on goal, wide of Allen's goal. Not a space on the edge of the box for Mohamed Amin El-Drissi. Plenty of time to pick his spot, was unable to do so. Cherries are coming into this game off the back of a really strong season again in the Professional Development League. Finished third in the table in the new format of the competition, just 5 points behind the winners Brentford. Finishing in the top 8 meant they entered into the playoffs, made it through the first round of 16, beating Wolves, and were beaten in the quarterfinals on Monday by Huddersfield. William surging forward again, good sliding tackle in there as well to keep hold of the ball. Here's Bouton, looks up early, Day inside the box, it dropped to Moto at the back post. Caught him a bit by surprise as it dropped out of the sky in behind Johnny Day there, I think, Kobe Moto. Tonks and Christie down the line to Moto. So gets the low cross in. Stevens, lovely turn. Christie on the strike. Really nice build-up play from the Cherries there. Look at this turn from Charlie Stevens inside the box. Christie just leaning back there as he struck the ball. Can tell he was frustrated with himself that he hasn't hit the target with that one. Just 16 years of age, Zach Christie, turned 16 at the start of the year. Youngest player in this Bournemouth development squad this afternoon. Real prospect for the future. Called up to the England under-16s as well, back at the start of the year. He's the son of former professional footballer Malcolm Christie. Concordia with the throw-in for PSG. Mbemba, the France under-17 international, usually plays at left back, but in its centre back for PSG alongside Mavente this afternoon. Chai Telemea. Well read by Christie. Working hard at the other end of the pitch. Having missed that chance just a few moments ago. Read the play really well there, Zach Christie. Saw the heavy touch from Telemea and stepped in as the opportunity arose to get the ball clear. By Christie. Maybe touch again from Chai Telemea. Tonks in to dispossess him. Looks early to Rhys Dotton. Good footwork from Rhys Dotton. Appeals for offside against Johnny Day, and the flag's gone up. Bournemouth have looked bright and lively when they have had the opportunity to come forward. Certainly matching PSG well in the opening 15 minutes of this game. Just that early goal in the opening minute from Mungwenge to separate the two sides so far. Chai Telemea. Mbemba. Cafe. Mbemba again. Eldrissi chasing after it. Dealt with well by the Cherries at the back. Here's Harris. 44 appearances for Eastleigh in the National League this season, helping them to 17th and securing their survival. Bouton fouls on the edge of the box. Bouton himself has had a spell in the National League this season as well. Played 9 times for Sutton back at the start of the season before returning to the Cherries. Mbemba. Abu El Ney. Looking for the run of Ayari. Gwenge goes back and then they'll work it infield to Eldrissi. Here's Ayari again. To Mugwengwe. Early ball into the box and fired wide again. This time Abu El Ney failing to hit the target. Dangerous ball in. You can see Abu El Ney arriving late there. A clean connection on it as well, just couldn't get it on target. Zach Christie doing well, enough in front of him just to put him off the strike. Stevens to Tonks. Stevens again. Looks early for Moto. Room for Kobe Moto to work with here. Can he find a teammate inside the box? He can. Rhys Dotton from the edge of the box. Just not a clean enough connection on it from the Cherries winger. So he did really well down the right. Frustration for Remy Rhys Dotton. Moto working hard again. There's the ball back high. We'll try and lock PSG into that corner now.
Et après, ils ont switch avec Zayn. Ouais, c'est ça, moi, c'est ce que je veux dire. Pour moi,
Day fouled on the edge of the box. Good hold-up play from Johnny Day. Real handful for centre-backs to deal with. Dangerous in the air as well. Scored with his head away at Huddersfield on Monday. Zach Christie will take the free kick for the Cherries. Arthur Vinal just lining up his wall. Aldrissi on the end of it. Christie to deliver the free kick. William at the back post, couldn't get airborne. Christie with a header. Day again. Physical play from Johnny Day. He's done well on the edge of the box. It's Charlie Stevens. Christie keeps it alive. Day to Harris. It's into Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Late tackle from William. Referee signals for the advantage to be played. Here's Chai Telemio. Back to Mbemba. Cordia. Harris comes across well. Foul throw. Much to the frustration of Adam Ayari. Stevens. Reece Dotton. Good turn from Reece Dotton. Bouton arriving on the overlap. It's a lovely ball over the top. Bouton's going to keep that in as well for the Cherries. Flag's gone up for offside. Lovely ball from Reece Dotton after the turn to create the space. Mbemba. For the run of Chai Telemio. Fired in and through the legs, and that's 2-0 to PSG. This time, Ryan Abdou-El-Ney makes no mistake. Having missed the chance a few moments ago, coolly slots it through the legs of Mac Allen to put PSG 2-0 up. Good ball into the box from Chai Telemio. Frustration for the Cherries that they've played well in this first half so far. Been a good match for PSG. Reece Dotton. Field to Stevens. PSG play their football in the French Challenge Espoirs League. Actually finished 8th, which is bottom of Group B. Nowhere near the knockout phases of that competition. Here's Chai Telemio again, goes it alone this time. Well blocked by Bournemouth. Moto spring and attack. Stevens now surrounded by white PSG shirts. Abou El Ney, scorer of PSG's second goal. As well as their main league, PSG have featured in the Premier League International Cup this season as well. Finished 4th in Group C, so again missed out on the knockout stage of that competition too. Took on the likes of Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Chelsea and Newcastle earlier on this season in that competition. Here's Day, surging run forward. Done well to get something on that and get it into the path of Moto. Will keep it in. Stands it up to the back post, but there's no one there for the Cherries. PSG beating Newcastle and Chelsea. Chelsea's development sides earlier on this season. They lost to Nottingham Forest and drew with Brighton in the Premier League International Cup. Perhaps had their best run and best spell this season in the UEFA Youth League, did the young PSG side. Ended up losing 5-4 on penalties to Real Madrid last month in the semi-finals. Madrid going on to beat Club Brugge on penalties in the final of that competition. And the right, good foot in there from Da Costa Gonzalez with some help from Bouton. Bournemouth have done well to come away with that successfully. A bit of room for Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez to work with. Malcolm, the younger of the two brothers in this AFC Bournemouth development squad. His older brother Michael on the bench in France this afternoon has been a key member of Alan Connell's side in the Professional Development League. Malcolm himself, of course, has featured on the bench for Andoni Iraola's first side on several occasions this season, still yet to make his senior debut. Here's Alan. Given away. And PSG will work it out to Chai Telemio. And it's a tidy turn again from Chai Telemio. Stevens had a bit of room again for Bournemouth to advance into. Looking for Day. Mbemba. Tonks to clear, but only as far as Chai Telemio. Built El Drissi. Lifted out by Caffey, looking for the run of Ayari. Mentioned the main pitch and stand where this game is being played today at Campus PSG. 17 pitches, as we said. Their training complex set across 70 hectares. Facility also includes 15 classrooms and more than 130 bedrooms as well, which are used to house academy players. Home to the women's team, and will soon be home to PSG handball and PSG judo as well. The other sports set to move to the complex in a couple of years' time. Here's Chai Telemio again for PSG. He supplied the assist for Abou El Ney's goal. 5 minutes ago. Another effort is blocked and cleared and headed away by Moto. Knocked infield by Amin Al-Drissi. Cordia. Infield to Mbemba. Mbemba to at the net. Square ball in, looking for Mungwenge. Well read by the Cherries, but PSG will recycle it through El Ney. Here's Cordia. Low cross in from Fane Drame. Tonks with the header clear at the back post. Moto clears long, and Vinal getting his feet in a bit of a mess. He's recovered well in front of Stevens, who was keen to pounce on the loose ball. Bit of a let-off there for Arthur Vino and goal for PSG this afternoon. Chai Telemio. Fired back by Al-Drissi. Early ball forward, looking for Cordia, the left back, who sprung a surprise attack forward. Himself on the edge of the Cherries box. Fortunately for Bournemouth, too much on the long rangy ball forward. Here's William. Bouton. He's dotting ahead of him and finds him. Stevens sprinting to get into the box. Back to Bouton. Low cross in, it's behind Stevens and not enough on it to reach Day. Christie will recycle. To Costa Gonzalez. Back to Moto. Moto. Low ball in. That's good from the Cherries. Really sharp one-touch football. To Costa Gonzalez with the ball out to Moto. One touch to control, one touch to cross. Just couldn't find Day inside the 6-yard area. Stevens. Moto. Back out to Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Back in from Tonks, but comfortable for Vinal to claim. Clear early. Lovely touch from Chai Telemio. Shifted out to the right by Al-Drissi. Here's Mungwenge. Phil to Ayari. And El Ney. Abu El Ney out to the left again. And Telemio. PSG just controlling the ball, controlling the tempo. Caffey. Ayari under pressure from Reece Dotton. Still Ayari. Built to Fane Drame. Mungwenge wants a corner. This will be a goal kick to the Cherries. Bournemouth up against PSG's Espoirs team this afternoon, which was only created back in October 2024, so really to coincide with the move to the new training complex. Oh, it's given away by the Cherries, and it's the easiest of tap-ins by Mohamed Amin Al-Drissi. Bournemouth getting themselves in bother, playing out from the back. That Christie bundled over.
3v2 up there.
And while you're watching the replay, the flag in fact has gone up for offside, so it won't count, and the scoreline will stay at just 2-0 to PSG. Let off for Bournemouth at the back there. A stoppage which will allow Bournemouth players to take on board some fluids on what is a warm day in Paris. And a chance for Alan Connell to pass on some instructions as well. Connell saying in the build-up to the game that they are keen to give the Bournemouth academy players as many varied experiences as they possibly can during their time with the club. And he says this certainly today is amongst the best that they can give them. And a special day for him too, as he said, privileged to lead the players and the club against the European champions. Connell joined Bournemouth's coaching staff back in 2015, having retired from playing part-time. Went on to spend 5.5 years as the Cherries under-18s head coach, achieved great success with the under-18s. Taking them as far as they'd ever been in the FA Youth Cup before stepping up to the development squad in January 2023. Let's just look back on the game so far then. A really sharp start from PSG. Firing in early from the edge of the box. Pierre Mongwenge having made his debut for PSG's first team last week against FC Lorient. Put them 1-0 up. And then the home side doubling their lead in the 24th minute. Sharp work from Chai Telemio down the left, providing the opportunity for Ryan Abu El Ney, the 18-year-old, to slot it through the legs of Mac Allen. PSG have had the ball in the back of the net a third time as well. But that was disallowed for offside. So change coming up for PSG. Lavanette's not going to be able to continue. And on comes Khalil Ayari. Mbemba. Cut off by Christie. Fired into Moto. That with Tonks now. William under pressure immediately from El Drissi. Kathy. Mbemba. Chai Telemio. Real tricky player down the left for PSG. Always bobbing and weaving every time he gets the ball at his feet. Abu El Ney into Mbemba. Day coming across to cut off the forward run. Here's Fanny Drame. Well saved by Mac Allen. Bit of space for the right back, Fanny Drame on the edge of the box. One moment to look up. Fingertips. Might have been a bit of crossbar in there as well. Really good save by Mac Allen to keep the scoreline at 2-0. More defending for the Cherries to do here as we head towards half-time. Allen with the punch. Tonks will clear.
Just watch the follows and Steve over there. Go H on ball. Drop him early to see how much you can.
Harold William then to take the goal kick for the Cherries. We mentioned his new contract. He actually signed a long-term deal when he arrived from Charlton back in 2023. But such has been the level he's been playing at, Bournemouth have move quickly to tie him down again.
Still man for man, but it's a possible.
Real height and physical presence for Bournemouth at the back. Harris. Archie Harris, whose sister Charlotte Harris plays for the AFC Bournemouth women's side in the National League. Vinal. That's a Fanny Drame at right back. Stevens working hard to try and win it back away from Abu El Ney. Rhys Dotton. He's got William to his left-hand side. Still Harold Williams stands it up to Johnny Day. Headed off the line. Day again with the header. Another clearance from PSG. Bournemouth inches away from scoring their first goal of this game. Johnny Day just couldn't get enough direction on the header to take it away from the PSG defenders. Still there for the Cherries. Here's Moto. Tonks sprinting to get forward on the underlap. Oh, that's good play from Kobe Moto. He's having his shirt pulled as well. Nothing given by the referee. Good handful of Kobe Moto's number 11 shirt there, which really prevented him from progressing further towards the edge of the box. It's Moto again. Christie trying to find Acosta Gonzalez. Rhys Dotton with the shot wide. Certainly had chances in this match at Bournemouth. Mixing it with some of the best away in Paris. Here's that Johnny Day header again. Harold William, the centre-back, finding himself in an advanced position. It's a lovely little dink cross into the box. Johnny Day scored with his head from a similar sort of range away at Huddersfield on Monday. That was a much harder header though, less pace on the cross. Really had to generate it himself with the leap and then rocked his head right back. He just couldn't keep it away from that PSG defender on the line. Foul by Acosta Gonzalez. Mbemba. Christie does well there with a bit of help from William. Rhys Dotton and Acosta Gonzalez too, unable to keep it away from the 19-year-old Fanny Drame. Christie to Tonks. Tonks does well under pressure. William will clear long. Late tackle off the ball. Harold William, who's been left in a heap on the edge of the box. Some first team experience in this PSG side today up against the Cherries. We mentioned already Pierre Mongwenge's debut last week off the bench in PSG's 2-2 draw with Lorient in Ligue 1. Thomas Cordier at left back as well, wearing the number 3 shirt, another player who's featured in and around the first team squad in the last season. Still yet to make his debut. PSG Academy responsible for producing a fair bit of talent over the years. Some notable names who have come through the PSG Academy to make it as professional footballers, amongst them Nicolas Anelka, the former Arsenal and Manchester City and France striker. Mamadou Sakho, former Liverpool centre-back, another player to come through the PSG Academy. More recently, Odsonne Edouard, the former Palace and Celtic striker, and Moussa Diaby as well. He's recently playing in the Premier League with Aston Villa. Flicked on by Day. Cleared by Mbemba. Tonks wins the header. Chai Talamio defending on the edge of his own box. Given away to Christie. Stevens into Moto. Moto trying to squeeze it through and past El Drissi. Abu El Ney will clear and switch out to the right. Bouton putting Ayari under pressure. Kahil Ayari. Fouled. Tonks with the header. Mbemba looking for the run of Chai Talamio and Mungwenge. Ball gone out of play, will be a throw into PSG. AC Milan's Adrien Rabiot, another player to have come through this PSG Academy setup, and Alphonse Areola as well, the current West Ham goalkeeper. She said until recently the Academy stopped at under 19s. There was a bit of a gap between the under 19s and the PSG first team, until they launched this Espoirs side in 2024. Throw to be taken on the far side by Abu El Ney. Scorer of the second goal this afternoon to put PSG 2-0 up after Pierre Mungwenge's opener in the first minute of the match. Mbemba sends it out to the left. Chai Talamio again. To Abu El Ney. Abu El Ney with the square ball to Kafi. Free to Fane Drame. And there goes the whistle for half-time. So we see another replay of that chance for the right-back Fane Drame. Second opportunity he's had to pull the trigger. Produced a great save from Mac Allen earlier on in the match. Unable to keep that one on target. 45 minutes down in Paris then. Bournemouth can be really proud of their performance so far, up against one of the best academies in Europe. Remember, this PSG side knocked out of the UEFA Youth League on penalties in the semi-finals by the eventual winners Real Madrid, in terms of the pedigree that Bournemouth are playing against this afternoon in France. We'll be back for second half coverage when the players re-emerged from the dressing room here on AFCB TV in association with ESET. In the meantime, half-time from Campus PSG. It is Paris Saint-Germain 2, Bournemouth 0.
That's it.
Welcome back to AFCB TV for the second half from Paris. AFC Bournemouth's development squad find themselves 2-0 down away at PSG in an end-of-season friendly. It's been a brilliant test for Alan Connell's young side so far. There's an early touch from Max Kinsey, who's come on at half-time for the Cherries. Throwing down the left from Bouton. Back to the PSG goalkeeper, Vinal. Finds Cordier at left back. Bournemouth 2-0 down through goals from Pierre Mngwenge, who scored in the opening minute of the game. A really fast start from the home side. Young 18-year-old who made his senior debut for the reigning Champions League winners last week against FC Lorient in Ligue 1. Following that up with an early goal in this game. PSG doubling their lead on 24 minutes when Ryan Abu El Ney fired through the legs of Mac Allen. Manuel Mbemba down injured at the moment for PSG. A couple of changes for Cherries then at half-time. They've sent on Ashley Clark and Max Kinsey. Mbemba, France under-17 international, slowly getting up to his feet. And a yellow card in there for Yanis Kafi. Something he said, I assume, after the tackle on Mbemba. Not often you see those in a friendly match. Here's Rhys Dotton. Heading forward looking for Stevens. Foul given against Remy Rhys Dotton. Max Kinsey's gone in at centre back alongside Harold William. Archie Harris heading off at half time. Johnny Day's been replaced as well by Ashley Clark. Away by Tonks into the path of Chai Telemio, who smashes PSG into a 3-0 lead. He's been the best player for PSG so far in this game, Zion Chai Telemio. Really dangerous down the left-hand side. Provided the assist for PSG's second goal. And finds the back of the net himself early in the second half. Put Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 up on Alan Connell's young Cherry side. Turned onto that favoured left foot. Fired past Mac Allen. Bournemouth had their chances in the first half of this game. Certainly wasn't a first 45 dominated by PSG despite the scoreline. Johnny Day had a header cleared off the line. Remy Rhys Dotton with a couple of shots wide, and Zach Christie as well putting one over the bar. Here's Chai Telemio again. There was a slip on the edge of the box by Rhys Dotton. Christie's clearance is charged down by Mngwenge. PSG will recycle through Lavinette. And Mbemba. Cleared by William. Kafi brings it under control. And back by the Cherries in Moto. Moto playing at a central position now in the second half. And spent the first 45 minutes out on the right wing. Can play across the front line, Kobe Moto. Into his second year with the Cherries now. Ball into the path again of Chai Telemio. Low shot, and that's 4 for PSG. Chai Telemio has his second. 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes for the French side. After a sharp start to the game, they made an even quicker start to the second half. 2 goals for Zeon Chai Telemio from that left wing. Makes it PSG 4, Bournemouth 0. Alan Connell, you can hear on the touchline there, just trying to pick his players up. Here's Kinsey. Max Kinsey's been out on loan at Truro in the National League this season. Like Archie Harris, recently returned from that loan spell. Did feature off the bench in Monday's defeat away at Huddersfield in the Professional Development League playoffs. Made 14 appearances, did Kinsey, in the National League. Was named on the bench for Andoni Iraola's side a number of times last season as well. Here's the right back, Fane Drame. Infield to Caffey. Back heel on the edge of the box from the captain, El Drissi. El Drissi again. Drissi looking for options inside the box, goes low. Oh, and it's flicked into the roof of the net. Pierre Mongwenge has his second of the game. Or does he? Flag up for offside, it won't stand. Second goal disallowed for PSG in this match for offside. Had one disallowed at 2-0. And Mongwenge denied his second of the match. PSG have come out firing in this second half. Allen's taken a knock to the face as well. This PSG side is led by Jean-Francois Vouliez, who was appointed last summer as their Espoirs team head coach, having spent 13 years of his career in the academy set up at Lyon. One of the players he helped develop while he was at Lyon was Bradley Barcola, of course, who features regularly now for PSG's senior side. After they purchased him from Lyon, he was with Jean-Francois Vouliez as a youngster. Christie forward to Bouton. Back in his home city, Noah Bouton. Good footwork down the left. It's just deflected and the sting taken out of it by Khalil Yari, who came on in the first half for the injured Adam Yari. Here's Christie, that's a lovely ball into the path of Ash Clark, saved by Vinal. There's another flag up for offside. That wouldn't have counted. We said Bournemouth have had their moments in this match. Another one of them there. Ash Clark denied by the flag and by goalkeeper Arthur Vinal. Michael da Costa Gonzalez on as a second half substitute. Long range effort. Oh, what a goal! Michael da Costa Gonzalez with one of his first touches since coming off the bench. He loves a long range effort. That left foot is deadly. And Arthur Vino feeling the full force of it there. He got a hand to it but unable to keep it out. Michael da Costa Gonzalez does not need a second invitation from that range. What a strike. Bournemouth have deserved a goal in this game based on the way they played up against PSG. Still defending to do at the other end. Oh, and as soon as Bournemouth score, PSG go up the other end and make it Bournemouth 1, PSG 5. Gwenge again involved. Square into the box. And tapped in by the captain, Mohamed Amin El-Drissi. Michael da Costa Gonzalez, who's playing over on that right wing for the Cherries. Netted 12 goals in the Professional Development League this season. It's the older brother of Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez, who was playing in the first half. Great footwork again by Michael da Costa Gonzalez. A fair number of those 12 goals scored from in and around the edge of the box. Usually cutting in onto that left foot, but was in a much more central position there as he opened up the room for the shot with his first touch. Special moment for him away at PSG. PSG just keep coming. Here's Ayari. Cleared by Charlie Stevens on the edge of the box. Ash Clark now, Moto ahead of him. It's a good run from Ash Clark, he finds Moto. Ash Clark still there in the middle. Charged down by Khalil Ayari.
Good job. you say there was no 11 coming on that side? Who was it? No 11 on the pitch already because 11 might have come on.
Jamie Olay for PSG. Infield to Khalil Ayari. Ayari to the edge of the box with the shot. Charged down by Harold William. Ricochet out to Bournemouth goal scorer in Paris this afternoon, Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. Sent out to the right, and Tonks has just been unable to keep that in. Olay, the right back, and second half substitute for PSG. Down the line to El Drissi. Cleared by the Cherries up towards Moto. To Vina, the goalkeeper. Early ball forward down the left. McAllen's come a long way. He's been beaten to it, and PSG add themselves a sixth. Been a dominant second half display from the home side. First touch just took it away from McAllen, who'd committed himself. PSG go 6-1 up on the Cherries. Four changes about to come on for Bournemouth now. Ethan Sills, George Chubanidze, Amir Ali and Alfie Merritt will come on for Charlie Stevens, Harold William. Finn Tonks departs after a good afternoon's work down the right. And Noah Bouton gets a hug from Alan Connell too on his way through. Down the right, looking for Ash Clark, backed by Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. Here's Moto, finds Ash Clark, looks up early. Too much on that to the back post. Had a play for a goal kick to PSG. And Bembo at the back. Flicked on by Al Drissi. To the right in Ayari. Khalil Ayari trying to find Abu El Ney inside the box unsuccessfully. Here's restocking for the Cherries. To find Ashley Clark. Christie with a loose pass forward. Abu El Ney again. Finds El Drissi. To Caffey. Caffey to Mbemba. Again, PSG will try and work it down the left. A lot of their good work has come down that left-hand side. Chai with the 1-2 and then fired in to put PSG 7-1 up, but there's a flag up for offside. It won't count. Third goal disallowed for offside for PSG in this game. Crampton will clear from the back for the Cherries. Lavanette. Vinal now, the PSG goalkeeper. Back to Abu Alnay. Poor clearance from Vinal. Throw into the Cherries. Alfie Merritt, regular at left back throughout the Professional Development League season for the league campaign. And for the final 25 minutes or so in Paris. Again, PSG try and work something down that left-hand side. Chai Telemea. Infield to Mbemba. Off to Ole. Sills doing well. Got a little bit of a lucky bounce on the way through, but he's opened up some space for himself. That's Ethan Sills. Lays it off to Clark. Clark with options in the middle of the box. A bit too much on that cross again, but nice control at the back post from Rhys Dotton. Closely by Ole. Jamie Ole put it behind for a corner to the Cherries. Their first of the second half. Zach Christie will jog across to take. Had a good game in midfield for Bournemouth, as Zach Christie. Some opportunities inside the PSG box and done some good defensive work as well. Christie again with the cross. Drops out and fired goalwards by Ali. Hit that really sweet on the volley, did Amir Ali. Wouldn't have counted anyway. The flag is up on the far side for offside. Watch that one out of the sky. Double change coming up for PSG then. They're about to send on Benquir and Zinga and Landry and Gwesson for the final 20 minutes of this game. And Zinga will go and play in defensive midfield in front of the back four. Landry and Gwesson, the Ivory Coast youngster, a central midfielder too, so just freshening up the middle of the park are Paris Saint-Germain. Vino. Out to the left in Zion Chai Telemea. Infield to Nguesso. Side to Jamie Ole. Brought under control by Ayari. Infield to Cafu, who's taking the captain's armband now for PSG. Go back to Lavanette, the centre back. Was having a little look around for PSG connections on the Bournemouth front in the build up to this game. Of course, the obvious one, Ilya Zabani, and left the Cherries for the European champions in the summer. Bournemouth centre-back Sylvain Distin, another who played for both PSG and Bournemouth early on in his career, back in the early noughties, before moving to England, firstly on loan to Newcastle. Good save from Kai Crampton down low to his left-hand side there to cut the cross off. Sylvain Distin, important member of Eddie Howe's squad early on in the Premier League era for Bournemouth. Ball forward, looking for the run of Moto. Ash Clark coming across to get involved as well. Of course, Bournemouth might not have too many PSG connections, but plenty of French connections, even in the current side, with Adrien Truffert, Junior Krupi and Bafode Diakite. They've had a fair number of French players over the years, have Bournemouth. You go back to the late 90s, the early 2000s. Like Frank Rolling, Roger Bowley, Willie Huck. Some of you may remember goalkeeper Michael Monetrier as well. That's a good cross in. Drop to Rhys Dotton at the back post. Able to keep the ball in from that initial cross, so it will be a goal kick to PSG. And in between, of course, the now and the late 90s, early noughties, in the 2010s, Jan Kermorgan. Big player for Bournemouth, moving up from the Championship to the Premier League. I already mentioned Sylvain Distin, Lys Mousset, and Mohamed Koulibaly with a little spell for the Cherries as well. His most notable performance in the friendly against Real Madrid. Back in 2012. PSG working their way out from the back, and Zinga dispossessed. Ethan Sills will leave the throw-in. Sills himself has recently returned from a loan spell at Wimborne Town in the Southern League. Playing for his dad, Tim Sills, the former Torquay striker. Surging run forward. And a touch for Ayari. Bit of space infield. Pulls the trigger from a long way out. Always rising up and over Kai Crampton's bar. Solid tackle from Alfie Merritt on the ball. But the referee deciding unfairly so. Maybe one he would have got away with in the Professional Development League, but not on the continent. Cleared from Mbemba. Cut off by Rhys Dotton. Good first touch, and then managed to get his body between man and ball and draw in the foul from Lavanette. Christie with the free kick early into the feed of Rhys Dotton. Moto infield to the right. Diving inside with the ball. Cleared by Vino. Merritt will take the throw in for the Cherries. Been with the academy set up since the age of 7 has Alfie Merritt, born in Winchester. He was scouted as a youngster while playing for Eastleigh. He's enjoyed a spell out on loan at AFC Tottenham this season as well. That's a good cross in. Clark with the header. Over the bar. Another good chance for the Cherries. Michael da Costa Gonzalez, who's looked really lively since coming on, when he has had the opportunity to run at the PSG backline. Ash Clark unable to keep the header down. Michael da Costa Gonzalez, the scorer of Bournemouth's goal in this game, an absolute rocket from the edge of the box. Too much power on it for Arthur Vino in goal for PSG. And a moment for him to remember. Lavanette back to Vino. Mbemba. One back by Ali. Oh, he's just lost his footing at the crucial moment there, Amir Ali. A bit of room ahead of him as well now. Sprinting to get back into position. Here's Iyari. Nguesson. Torley. Forward from Lavanette. Andrew Nguesson will switch it up for PSG. Caffey. Been a really good test this match for Alan Connell's young side. Brilliant way to bring the curtain down on their season. Mentioned the side's run to the playoffs in the Professional Development League. Had a record-breaking run in the Premier League Cup too. Ball into the box, just too much on it for Fabio Domingos. Domingos, the scorer of PSG's 6th goal this afternoon. Switch of play by da Costa Gonzalez. A lovely ball and a nice touch from Rhys Dotton. Here's Merritt arriving late. Last time cross, early crossing from Merritt, plucked out of the sky by Vino. Christie. Bournemouth winning the ball back high. Zach Christie with another chance. Put one over the bar in the first half. Great pressing from Bournemouth, really good. Tried to place it underneath Vino. And the Frenchman got down quick and low to deny Zach Christie what would have been a special goal for the 16-year-old. We mention it regularly on these streams of the development squad games. Alan Connell telling us in the past that everything he does is modelled and shaped around the way that the first team play under Andoni Iraola, and evidence of it in action there as Bournemouth pressed high and forced the mistake from the PSG defence. Here's Rhys Dotton. Kinsey. Ali. Bournemouth just enjoying a spell of possession now against the quality of this Paris Saint-Germain side. Flipped backwards by Iyari. Out to the right, Nguesson. Ole. Infield to Nzinga. Iyari under pressure quickly from Kinsey. Kinsey following Iyari there all the way into the PSG half. And that press resulting in the throw for the Cherry. Good play there from Max Kinsey. Again, another thing you'll often see from Bournemouth's first team with the centre-back following players high into the opposition half. Here's Ayari. Christie's done well. Play on, says the referee. Mbemba forward to Nzinga. Mbemba with the switch, late tackle. He's allowed the play to continue. Here's Nguessen. Drifting infield onto that left foot. Try and lay it into the path of Chai Telemio on a hat-trick. Ali. Clark. Square ball was charged down. Ricochet to Nzinga. Mbemba. Infield to Kafi. Ayari again. Finds Ole on the overlap. Back infield to Ayari. Oh, it's good footwork from Ayari. It's brilliant footwork. Still going, Ayari. Charged down by Max Kinsey. Important interception. When it looked like Khalil Ayari was going to dribble the ball all the way in at one point. Michael Da Costa Gonzalez working hard over on the far side to close down Bastaru. Nguessen. Back to Ayari. PSG trying to force a way through. Almost defending well, but then given away by Clark. Here's Ayari again. The oldest player in the PSG side, one of the oldest players at 21. Ole. Infield to Kafi. Kafi with the diagonal, cut off by Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. Da Costa Gonzalez will clear towards Rhys Dotton. Rhys Dotton immediately pounced upon, but he's done well enough, and it's found Moto. Moto out to Chubanidze. Chubanidze, support from Da Costa Gonzalez. Shooting range again for Da Costa Gonzalez. Good footwork. Just couldn't open up enough space to pull the tree. You can see what he was trying to do. Kinsey out to Ali. To Chubanidze. Lovely 1-2. Room for Ali. Can he find a teammate inside the box? Recycled by Rhys Dotton at the back post. Remy Rhys Dotton into the run of Seals. A lay away from Seals, but not Ash Clark. Foul by Clark. Just as the ball was about to roll into the path of Remy Rhys Dotton. Ash Clark spent the season on loan at AFC Tottenham in National League South. Had a really good campaign. 20-year-old scoring 20 goals in 42 appearances for the Stags. Helped them to 12th in National League South in their first season at that level. A really valuable experience. So many of this Bournemouth development squad side heading out for loans of different time lengths across the course of the season. Flick forward and into the path of Nguessen. On back by Bournemouth. Here's Da Costa Gonzalez. Ran into Bastaru. Referee just stopping play, so Da Costa Gonzalez can potentially receive some treatment. Cafe. Foul is there on, yes, there is on Chai Telemio. The referee was going to let that go for a second. Alan Collin in the background there, trying to keep his players going right until the very end. Had to work really hard this afternoon against a quality PSG side. And that's brilliant from Rhys Dotton to win it back for Bournemouth. Remy Rhys Dotton. Square ball into the path of Moto. Oh, last ditch tackle to deny Kobe Moto in front of goal. Remy Rhys Dotton did brilliantly down the left for the Cherries, unselfishly as well, laying it into the path of Moto. The first touch was good, and that was heading for the bottom corner. Last ditch tackle from Emmanuel Mbemba to deny Kobe Moto. Had chances in the first half, and Bournemouth have had chances in the second. Christie with the corner. It's over the head of Ali. Zach Christie denied from close range in this second half. And now Kobe Moto too. Christie shot saved by the goalkeeper. Moto denied by that block. And now they go behind for another corner to the Cherries. And maybe a chance to find a second goal in this match. They certainly deserve it. Christie will take up position on the edge of the box. Ethan Seals will deliver this set piece once the assistant referee is happy with the placement of the ball. Sills. Header at the front post from Rhys Dotton. Deflected behind for another corner. Take two for Ethan Sills. Dangerous one and headed goalwards, and it's wide by Amir Ali. Great delivery from Sills. Plonked it right on the head of Amir Ali. He's under a bit of pressure, a bit of holding in there around Amir Ali's waist, which made life difficult for him. He's taken a deflection on the way through too, so another corner to the Cherries. Here's Moto to Da Costa Gonzalez. Sills again will send the ball into the box. Can't pick out a red and black shirt. PSG look to break down the right, and Nguesson. Nguesson fouled by George Chubanidze. A yellow card for Chubanidze. Prepare to tick into stoppage time at Campus PSG. Free kick will be taken by Khalil Ayari. Dealt with at the front post by Kinsey. Really important interception there, and does well to keep the header in Bournemouth's possession as it fell out of the sky. And Zinga finds Bastaru. And Zinga again. Clark still working hard to press for Bournemouth late on in this game. Energy zapping conditions out there in the sunshine in Paris. Moto just closing down the angle there, and Zinger will dribble up towards halfway. And the full-time whistle goes, a 6-1 defeat for the Cherries away at Paris Saint-Germain. But what a special experience for Alan Connell's young side to take on one of the best academies in Europe and come away with a goal, and should have had more as well. They have been right in the game in the first half and in the second. PSG coming out really strong though after half-time. It will be Michael da Costa Gonzalez's goal, which sticks in the memory though for Bournemouth's trip to Paris to end what has been a brilliant season for Alan Connell's side. A lot to be proud of, a lot to carry into the next campaign. And they will take a lot away from that 90 minutes in France this afternoon. We'll leave you with the goals from the game. Make sure you stick around to see the rocket from Michael da Costa Gonzalez's left boot. Thank you very much for following the coverage here on AFCB TV, brought to you in association with ESET. Still, of course, 3 huge games to come for Andoni Iraola's first team. You'll get coverage of those matches right across the AFC Bournemouth Club website. But from the PSG campus, it's finished full-time. PSG 6, AFC Bournemouth 1.
Après, il rejoint la carrière.